Imagine if we trolled a CEO out of his job.
It's a dangerous game that Asmongold is playing, being like, oh yeah, I'm going to have these guys on my stream to finally take down Twitch once and for all. You know what I mean? It's so fun. It's so fun that so many people are like losing revenue. You know what I mean? Tens of thousands of creators and their lifeline. You know, it's so fun.
What would happen if they don't ban for a month? I'm going to. Empty threat. We're going to get to that. So I went and I said that if this guy doesn't get banned for 2 weeks, I'm going to bring Dan Saltman, who is the guy who has been talking about all of the anti-Semitism. And by the way, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but he and I have had extensive conversations about this.
Damn, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. For those of you who don't know, these are some of Destiny's little orbiters. This man, we used to have conversations back in the day. You know, quite pleasant conversations, as a matter of fact. But his brain has just been so broken by being Destiny's orbiter and his co-host on his podcast that he has been spending an unimaginable amount of time on this like vengeful quest to, I guess, destroy Twitch for not getting me banned. They have made websites from like day one, from I think it was like October 19th or something was when the Hasanabi website was launched. Like that was what their immediate goals were, where they were like, we're gonna use this Israel, we're gonna use what is happening in Gaza to, you know, try to activate as many people as possible to get this guy platform. And they've gotten increasingly more insane over the year as it has not succeeded. Yeah, these are the people concerned about
change
hate speech,
the way trust
concerned about hate speech.
Maybe not extensive, but we've talked for a bit about this. All of the information that's going to come out has not come out. And in fact, some of the most damaging information has not come out yet. I'm not going to talk about any spoilers or anything like that, but that's what's going on. And so anyway,
yeah, Twitch has had a
massive problem.
Twitch has an anti-white, anti-conservative slant and also an anti-Semitism problem. I think these guys are playing with fire. One, they're playing with fire because like this straightforwardly is being conducted by people who don't give a fuck about any of these things, and they're just running this Gamergate style campaign directly against Twitch. And this platform has, not only does Twitch employ hundreds of people, but outside of hundreds of people being employed, you might not like them, you're also quite literally over thousands, if not tens of thousands of content creators that have a direct lifeline here, you know, because of one man and his rabid sociopathic cult's crusade. It blows my mind. Like, it's so crazy. These are the same people who are like, oh, Gamergate, or not even necessarily Gamergate, but it was like, you know, PewDiePie and all the adpocalypse that happened. They were very mad at the media for launching this crusade against YouTube in the PewDiePie era. And now they're trying to do the adpocalypse, ironically enough, to themselves. And it doesn't make any sense. They're talking as if it's a drama rather than actually possibly taking Twitch to the courts. Well, yeah, because it is just drama for the most part. But so he's saying Dan didn't show all the evidence he has because he's holding back for an Asmon collab. I call bullshit on that, Chief. I'm sure there's more extra stuff. The problem is for it's over, dude, you're cooked. They found the emails between you and the CEO. Yeah, I'm done. It's over for me. It's Jover. The problem is for every like one real thing, like for example, Twitch, for some reason unbeknownst to me, unbanning fucking Sneeko or Fresh and Fit and then subsequently banning them quickly. There's like a million different things that they're slamming onto it in an effort to draw the attention of whoever the they can. Like, you know, Twitch purposely was IP banning. Twitch was purposely IP banning. What do you call it? Twitch is purposely IP banning like people from Israel, you know, because they're secretly anti-Semitic or something like that. And it's insane. It's insane. And no serious person is ever going to you know, get invested in this, which is why the only thing that you'll be able to get out of this is like maybe a New York Post article. This time, if Asmon gets involved in any drama, don't call him the tank for the hate again, please. First of all, I didn't call him the tank, the hate. Dan will 1000% bring you and the community into whatever stream they do, by the way. I cannot believe Twitch is allowing it. Yeah. This is just like purposeful brigading for the most part. I don't know how like anybody doesn't consider this to be a scourge on the platform. And I also don't know. A congressman was interested. Yeah, dude, it's Richie Torres. And it was 5 days before general election. Like, get out of here. What is this? FaZe Kaysan has been demonetized on Twitch due to the fact that he had Iran in his stream tags. He's also originally from Iran and says, I was receiving $0 of ad money for the entire month. I've never talked about politics on Twitch before. But this logic, Hassan should be banned indefinitely. Wait, what? How do you not understand that this is like dumb as? Yeah, this is a great example of like random people getting caught in the crossfire. Bro, why does everyone hate you, Lamafau? Everyone does not hate me, my friend. But in the areas that we're in, I think a lot of people think that people have my same opinion. Like, because you're in this community, you assume, and because this is a pretty big community, you falsely assume that other people have the same perspective that we do in here. Okay? That's not the case. The unfortunate reality is that, especially online, a lot of right-wing content pops off, especially for a lot of younger people. It's easy to consume. It feels like it upsets and offends, you know, your teachers and your principals. Asmongold is trying to turn Twitch into Twitter. In his eyes, he's not back for everyone. He thinks he's doing them a favor. Yeah, it's crazy. They will see a bad thing happen, and instead of wanting it fixed, they just want it done to you. I know. Nah, but every random Reddit, Twitter, TikTok post, you always catch a stray and mention for zero. Yes, I have a lot of people who are extremely online who despise me. But in the real world, they virtually do not exist. Problem is, the internet world is becoming increasingly more important than the real world. It is what it is. Literally, most of the other streamers love you. It's a very loud minority of psycho streamers and a lot of nerds in their basement that hate you. Exactly. That's why a lot of people, that's why it doesn't actually work when people go, why are you collaborating with this guy? And then the streamers will be like, because I like him. You know what I mean? Complete Kaysan clip with this question for you.
Dashboard, right? This month. And I noticed that I was receiving $0 in ad money.
That's really up, by the way.
While running ads this month, right? Well, I ended up messaging my Twitch rep, who I'm not going to name. And I asked her, I said, hey, this has to be a mistake. I go to my activity and it says that I'm running 180-second ads every 8 minutes. Which is strange, right? I see it. It's on my activity. It's on my activity.
Just because he had the Iran tag, they slapped him on the politics category. That's wild, dude.
I messaged her. I say, hey, do you mind looking into this for me? This is a little strange. She came back and told me that essentially I got demonetized because I had Iran as a tag. You guys know on the bottom, it says FaZe English D10 FaZe Clan Call of Duty. And I got demonetized because I had Iran as a tag. As you guys know, I am Iranian. And I've had that same tag for about 2 years. And as you guys know, I don't speak about politics. I don't come on here and speak about politics. I'm actually very curious to know if streamers like Hasanabi have been demonetized for talking about politics. But now I'm not gonna sit here and blame Twitch necessarily because I don't know the facts, but I do know that she said
that's so up. That's so up, dude. That's crazy. Like, yeah, sorry, buddy. Your existence is political now. Is an insane thing to do. And a lot of this, for the record, a lot of this is coming from the fact that, like, these guys, you know, Destiny and Dan Clancy, or not Dan Clancy, Dan, what's his name? Dan Clancy's the CEO. The other guy, Destiny's guy, Dan, okay, have basically, it's too many Dans, man. They've basically launched this, like, campaign to just be like, oh, these guys are doing anti-Semitism. They're doing anti-Semitism. And they're just like, and when platforms respond to that even a little bit, okay, which is completely rooted within no real ambition to tackle any sort of like bigoted sentiment whatsoever. It is just cynical as right? the very same people that have launched these campaigns are openly talking about how funny it is that they're doing this, that they don't even give a shit about it at all. Right? And now you got random content creators getting screwed over, dude. It's crazy. This whole campaign was disgustingly Islamophobic from the start. I can't believe you Americans don't see it as such. Americans love Islamophobia, okay? I work for a major ad serving company. Iran is embargoed. It's against the law to target ads to Iran, Syria, etc. To me, this is an overkill application of the law. It's supposed to be based on IPGO. At least that's how we handle it where I work. It's the end result of new policies. Their goal was to get you permabanned, and Twitch's compromise choice ends up people over. Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
Said that it was the advertisers who have been steering away from quote unquote politics, I think because of the election. So I guess advertisers didn't want to run ads on my stream because I had Iran as a tag. I thought it was a little weird. I would have appreciated though if Twitch
That is weird. That's weird, dude. That's so messed up.
probably reached out beforehand and told me, hey, it's politics season, it's election season. If you want to make money on ads, you should probably take this out. I didn't receive any message. So the whole month of November when I was streaming and whatnot, and I was running my ads properly and it was on my activity, chat, I made no money. I got demonetized because I simply had Iran as a tag. And you know what disappoints me, chat, is I have to remove the tag to make money, bro, to run ads. Isn't that crazy, bro? It almost feels like I'm selling out.
That's so up. What is this? Happened to my dog too. I'm about to go live right now. I just found out I was demonetized on Twitch for representing my country, Venezuela, for the past month. I didn't make a single penny on ads. I had Venezuela in my tags for the longest. This is absurd. I'm missing thousands of dollars. So what are they doing? They're just like, they just added like every official America's enemy list onto the same category. Like what an incredibly stupid thing to do. Oh yeah, they're gonna do they're gonna start doing this to China too. Fuck it, add Haiti on there too. I just want you to understand, by the way, when Asmongold is making threats like this is the result. Okay, when you partner up with cynical assholes who just simply want to see the world burn, and they force platforms who are terrified of offending anyone. Okay, even if their purpose is utterly and so clearly to troll, okay? Platforms that turn around and capitulate and cave against that sort of thing are gonna hurt other content creators, you know? This is the list of OFAC countries that you can and can't target to. Yeah. OFAC administers a number of different sanctions programs. The sanctions can be either comprehensive or selective, using blocking of assets and trade restrictions to accomplish foreign policy and national security goals. Office of Foreign Assets sanctions control. So I guess if you have like, if you probably had like a Cuban flag or the Cuban tag, you probably would still get cooked in this situation. Kaysan wants to talk to you. This is giving 2016 when people would troll by claiming something was racist or mass reporting over it, and companies would panic and take it down for no reason, and then the media would run X's racist stories. Yeah. Tell them to add me on Discord. Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me turn my cam on. 1 second. I'm a little slow.
Kaysan, how old are you?
I'm about to be 30, 29.
Okay. All right. Thank God. All right. You're a boomer too. All right. Good.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh yeah, no, you're way older than me.
Bro, you're 30. It's over.
I'm just saying. I'm not 30 yet. I'm not 30 yet. Hold on.
It's over.
Boom.
It's over.
Boom.
Bro, what is this right. Nick Merckx camera angle, dude? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Okay. Boom. How you doing, bro? You good?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm doing as best as I can be doing, all things considered. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I heard you got demonetized because you had the Iran tag on your channel.
I wanted to talk to you, bro, because obviously I know you've been streaming up for a long time, and you've obviously you're very opinionated when it comes to politics, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you know much about me, but I'm Iranian, but I was born and raised in LA in the US. But my parents are from Iran, born and raised, and I visited there before. And I have had an Iran tag under my Twitch for a very long time. It's since I started streaming a few years ago. It says Iran and Persian because I'm Iranian. So to attract Iranian viewers, I would obviously,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's normal. But
yeah, no, I understand. Yeah.
yeah. So I realized that I'm running ads and I'm fully demonetized. So I reached out to my Twitch rep, and I'm not gonna say her name, but I reached out to my Twitch rep. I just said, "Hey, this has to be a glitch in the system or whatever." She obviously responded to me and told me I was not making ad money because advertisers are choosing not to uh give me ads because I have Iran as a tag and avoiding quote unquote political, whatever the case may be. Which, in my opinion, in the moment I read that, I was like, this cannot be real. This is insane because it felt racist in a sense.
No,
And
I mean it is. That
but
is what it is. They're like, oh, you're Iranian, so automatically, if you put that as a tag, that means your existence is like political. That's ridiculous.
And bro, I don't know if you know much about me, bro. Regardless of anyone's political stance, regardless of whatever their ethnicity is, whether you're even Republican, Democrat, Israeli, from Palestine, from Iran, whatever the case may be, bro, I've always preached world peace. Always, no matter what. That is the one thing if you know me and in my chat or whatever, I've always preached world peace. I stay far away from everything. Everything. Like I really do. I genuinely just stream, I vibe, I chill, whatever. I used to be a little more outspoken a few years ago and I've really calmed down. And all I simply had was Iran as a tag and I somehow get demonetized. So I wanted to ask you, as someone who is extremely opinionated and obviously you've made an incredible career in what you do, I am curious to know if you have ever been demonetized for anything you've ever spoken or till this day, do you
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in the past and even like even now, like not only have I been demonetized, I had the reason why that happened to you is partially a response to this like never-ending smear campaign that's been going on, I think, led by this dude who used to be on the platform, who's like permanently angry that he's never unbanned from the platform. So he just kind of made it like his life's mission to get the platform taken down now, basically. They've been like applying pressure. Like they've been doing this like vicious smear campaign non-stop with the hopes of triggering. Do you remember the adpocalypse?
No, what was that?
Like during the PewDiePie era on YouTube, like all the advertisers pulled out because the media was like, what the this guy's like saying, this guy is the PewDiePie, the largest YouTuber, is like, you know, saying a whole bunch of stuff online. And then there was like, I think like all these creepy videos that were targeted towards kids. And then people started writing articles about it, and you know, advertisers started getting worried and they pulled out. Right? They pulled out, and so many content creators like lost a ton of revenue. It was known as like the adpocalypse, basically.
Okay.
There was, and at the time, people were very mad. I think Logan Paul with the Suicide Forest contributed to it too, if I'm not mistaken. It was a long ass time ago. I don't fully remember all the details, but basically, at the time, like everyone was really mad at mainstream media for, you know, covering YouTube as a competitor in this like really negative fashion, right? And it caused a lot of content creators, random content creators like yourself, catching strays for no reason and like losing out on revenue. And now these guys are basically doing the same shit.
Without warning, by the way, without no message, warning, nothing.
Yeah, I think Twitch is just responding to like pressure that's coming from outside groups being like, oh, these guys are anti-Semitic. Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem. And, you know, Twitch has a problem with like political content. It is extremist. And they haven't gotten a lot of motion overall. But I think platforms are very careful whenever stuff like that happens, and they get very worried whenever stuff like that happens, and they turn around and take action immediately. They're like, oh, we got to nip this in the bud. And in that process, they get a little bit ahead of themselves, and they end up doing insane stuff like what just happened to you with the Iran tag, where they're like, oh, if you have a tag, they overcompensate out of fear. If you have a tag for any of like America's sanctioned enemies, I guess, like Iran or Venezuela or Cuba, then you're not going to get monetized. And
Yeah, this is-
one thing that they took, one action they took was like they created a new content classification system. Like right now, when I'm talking to you, I have a content label: politics and sensitive social issues. Discussions or debates about politics or sensitive social issues such as elections, civic integrity, military conflict, and civil rights in a polarizing manner. Now, I put that content classification label on voluntarily, and that's a new thing. And they did that in response to like all of this pressure. They did that in response to all this pressure. And, you know, I'm abiding by that standard, but I think that it automatically, and now there's a link that, or there's a warning that says like, this is intended for certain audiences. And I think in the process, they also took me off the front page as well. Like even on election night when I had
like
300.
300.
Yeah, I had 314,000 live concurrent viewers on election night. I wasn't on the front page. Asmongold was, Jinxie was, and every other content creator that was covering the election was, but I wasn't. So if you, unless you went directly to my website, twitch.tv/Hasanabi, or I guess if I was on your following list already, then I would show up. But there was no other way for a not logged account unless they typed in twitch.tv/Hasanabi to actually, you know, I would not appear in front of them.
Because you're politically opinionated.
That was, I think, deliberate beyond being politically opinionated. I think they straight up shadow banned me because they were worried about all of this extra pressure that was surmounting on the platform.
Okay.
And the pressure is coming from Destiny and his community. Now, it didn't matter in that process. Like, who knows how many people would be watching if I also was in the algorithm as normal. But it didn't matter at the end of the day. I still had 314,000 live concurrent viewers. But the problem is, yeah, people are in my chat are saying not even for subs, I had to manually search for you. Like people were manually searching to find me, and they still did. But it was basically to try and withstand all of the outside pressure that's coming in, to make it seem like, you know, we're moving in the direction where we're cleaning up the website, you know, that sort of thing, because they are obviously afraid of like advertisers pulling out. I think it's really stupid to respond to this kind of like cynical smear campaign, but I understand why corporations do it, because they want to protect their bottom line at the end of the day without rocking the boat too much. But I think you and others exactly like you get, they lose monetization.
Catch a stray in a sense.
Yeah, people like yourself lose monetization in the process because the platform is overcorrecting.
I mean, I can read you her message. It was. I reached out, sent a screenshot. I said, this can't be right. My activities showed everything was running.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, what's going on? Had to message her a good amount of times. Say, hey, I know if she was streaming with specific tags that advertisers may find political, which could be impacting your ad revenue. We are noticing advertisers avoiding political tags right now. Are you streaming political content or using tags like Iran or Venezuela, for example?
That's crazy. So yeah, the Venezuela thing is real too.
Yeah, removing these type of tags and or not producing political content will likely fix this issue for you and increase ad monetization. And I responded saying I was in disbelief. I was just like, I don't think that's correct. That makes no sense, because in my head, I'm like, that's racist. So, whatever. We talk a few times. Yeah, we talk a few times. She comes back. She says, here's an update. We're 100% sure that this is related to the Iran tag, and I performed all the tests needed to figure it out. However, we highly recommend everyone run a test stream before your event. If you can't do that, could you please send me a list of tags, blah, blah, blah. So essentially doubled down to let me know that that is the case. And obviously, as an Iranian, it's very disappointing because I simply had to tag I'm Iranian, and to attract more viewers of my ethnicity. So I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy, and it is very disappointing for the fact that I had to take it off to make money, which in a sense it's kind of feels like I'm selling out right now. I don't know what to do, and it's also like, here's the thing that sucks about with Twitch is in no questions asked is like the mainstream platform. So it's like you speak up, you don't want to get banned, you don't want to get shadow banned, right? So it's like you're in this lose-lose situation of like, well, you guys aren't letting me attract Iranian viewers or represent Iran. At the same time, now that I'm speaking about it, I'm putting myself in essentially a horrible position of Twitch can silence me whenever they want, which I don't know if they will, because Twitch is claiming it's the advertisers, of course. So I'm just in this very weird position. And again, as a man who never speaks about politics ever. So I don't know what you think. I mean, you obviously told me you were speaking on it, but it's kind of shitty.
No, I 100% agree with you. I think you should be able to put the Iranian tag on there proudly and not suffer any sort of penalties for it whatsoever. I think it's straightforwardly racist. Same with Venezuela as well, or even Cuba if that's one of the official. Because like these are all, on the America's enemies list. It's like so insane. America's a diverse nation with a ton of Iranian, Venezuelan, Cuban people. Like that's what's supposed to make America awesome. That you can be from a different country and say whatever the fuck you want, even things that you wouldn't be able to say back home, right? Like I'm Turkish. I would not be able to say 90% of the things that I say right now in the United States of America in Turkey without facing severe repercussions. And it's not only completely unacceptable, but it's straightforwardly un-American,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll fix it, and I'm sorry that it's like impacted your revenue for the month. And like I said, I apologize. It's just it's a direct consequence, like I said, of outside groups that are like falsely attacking the platform nonstop. And I think that a lot of content creators that engage in this and play fast and loose with this in order to be punitive towards the platform because they're angry. Because like I was just talking about this with and then they brought up your case because Asmongold is like, oh, I'm gonna go and talk to one of the guys that's been leading this initiative. His name is Dan Saltman. He streams on Twitch too. He's like a streamer on Twitch. He's Destiny's podcast co-host. Like they've been attacking the platform viciously, trying to get like coverage and trying to get motion on the story that like Twitch is an anti-Semitic platform. They have like they're breeding. It's a hotbed for extremism, and they're breeding like extremist radical politics or whatever. And they're taking like clips out of context, and they're trying to blast it in the media, and it's not really working, and it hasn't really worked at all in their favor. But in the process, people are like losing revenue, right? And at least I can't tell what a person's motivations are beyond what I've seen them openly say. And I mean, they work with the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, to try to get like a bunch of content creators banned for doing a tier list, which they did successfully ban them. They've been banned for a month. And yeah, now a lot of content creators, big and small, are suffering from the impact of like one community's cynical attempts to not only try to get me deplatformed. They like went to a congressperson and he wrote a letter to Twitch. Like it's to that degree. It's pretty insane. So it is Islamophobia as well, which is like totally seen as permissible. I don't know if you're Muslim or not, but it doesn't really matter. You're okay. So yeah, you're Iranian, and even if you weren't Muslim, it still wouldn't matter. But like, everyone automatically is like, oh, you're Muslim. You must be anti-Semitic automatically. Like it is what it is. But that is like the reception for the most part. Like I doubt, and this shouldn't exist either. I'm not saying that this is appropriate, but I doubt that there is like demonetization if you have a tag Israel on your profile.
Curious to know if someone did have that, if they would.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. Like I have Israeli chatters in here. Like if they're content creators, if they're Israeli content creators, like why the f should they get demonetized? Like that's ridiculous.
Listen. I've said this many times, guys. There are great people in all these countries, as there are bad people. But I'm not gonna judge someone based on who the country I'm from is at war at because of that reason. I'm gonna judge you based on the person you are, not the.
No, I 100% agree. Yes,
and I've always preached that, and I feel like this is just it's really f***ed up, and it's not about the money as much as it's the premise of what is happening, and why I was essentially demonetized. Right? The money is unfortunate, is what it is. But
No,
it's just
it's totally up. It's totally unacceptable.
it's the principle.
And
Purely the
I hope Twitch fixes it ASAP. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Like
But
you
listen,
shouldn't.
yeah. I appreciate you taking my call. I know we've never really spoke before.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you talking to me. I wanted to obviously ask you about it.
No problem.
It was great talking to you, bro. I appreciate you taking the call. And whenever you want to do this baseball shit, I'm around. I'm in LA.
I'll hit you up. All
All
right.
right, bro.
Peace,
All right, so
brother.
take it easy, bro.
The good thing for you to know is that there's Ukrainian, Russian, and many cultures of music streamers who I talk to all the time about hot button issues who express their situation with art by sharing their music over streams. Yeah. Notice how much more normal it is when you have a normal conversation with people instead of jumping down their throat. Chatters. I think this perfectly illustrates why you being normal in the streaming space is important, like we talked about earlier today. Chatters who will cry about phase collabs, but it's necessary to build these relationships, have this conversation. Exactly. Most people are not like the way you think they are because you saw a clip of them and it rubbed you the wrong way. Here's the Dan guy admitting that he's doing it for fun. Yeah, I know. We already covered this.
You know, it's sad because I've dedicated the last like 2 weeks of my life basically to Steve.
It's so fun. It's so fun that so many people are like losing revenue. You know what I mean? Tens of thousands of creators and their lifeline. You know, it's so fun.
Steve's cause.
What? Which one? You're talking about the Twitch thing?
Yeah, destroying Twitch.
I thought that was more your thing than.
Do I care about Twitch? I'm not banned there.
I thought you cared because they were like anti-Semitic and being weird.
Nah, it's just fun.
Oh, okay. I care. I thought you cared, bro.
I mean, like, I care that I want to win. I care that it would be awesome and funny if I won.
It would be awesome and funny.
It would be.
Yeah, his friend is literally helping him maintain a facade of plausible deniability. He's like, I care. Well, come on, you care, right? And he's like, nah, I don't give a f-. It'd be great to win, to troll a CEO out of a job.
If a company, imagine if we trolled a CEO out of his job.
And then that's why it's like, it's a dangerous game that Asmongold is playing, being like, oh yeah, I'm going to have these guys on my stream to finally take down Twitch once and for all. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know, they're saying this clip is a joke. I know, dude. I know. It's not the only clip. There's other clips where he's openly stated when they originally were like talking about the mass letter writing campaign that they were conducting. These guys have been unimaginably anti-Semitic a million times over. This guy has been a 4chan troll. I mean, Destiny himself is like the edgiest person on the planet. He gets in his own way on a regular basis. He can't stop himself from saying something insane every 3 minutes. This is like when Train was using sexual assault allegations as nukes. They don't care about the actual problems. There's drama. I know, it's gross. Problem is, if you care about stuff, you will always get punished. Okay? Caring about things means you lose. All right? Caring about things means you lose. You can never be genuine. You must be disingenuous. There is no, you know, Dan even got libs of TikTok and against Twitch. Yes, who cares? What's the Asmongold deal? He was banned for 14 days for genocidal shit, and Frogan and others were banned for a month for making a hummus joke. What does he want? I mean, I don't know. I'm always gonna be open minded to someone and their path towards changing. It doesn't seem like his apology was genuine. I don't know. I don't watch him. I'm live at the same time that he's live, so I never get to see. But I think he's pissed that Mike got a 3-day ban, and he's like, oh, he should be banned for longer. And for a lot of these guys, they just don't give a shit. His dad is cool though. Yeah, I love Asmongold's dad. Dadmongold. OG Hasanabi head. His friends I'm friends with, you know. People in his immediate orbit are friends of mine. But like, you know, Wake Wilder, also aka Woke Wilder. We're in an election year. Political commentary is hot. A lot of people like to meta chase a little bit, you know. Maybe he had personal perspectives that align with certain things. I did see something though. I mean, Asmongold is now officially the largest political content creator maybe on the planet, literally. Here, let's look. He could be. Asmongold TV is his main channel, right? 4 hours ago, 600,000 views. Trump guy does not around, you know? Legacy media realizes is dead. 70,000 views through. Migrants flood New York City to avoid Trump deportations. Asmongold reacts. 2.1 million views. Trump's plans for the next 4 years are getting crazy. 1.5 million views one day. This is literally in a sea of like, you know, how DEI is ruining games. Trying to find out Bernie Sanders of the Democrats. We saw this on stream. We clicked on this on stream. Trump will end this war on free speech. 1.6 million views. Trump has more plans for these next 2 years. 2 million views 3 days ago. Left-wing YouTuber. Why are people unsubbing? Come back. I wonder why. 1.2 million views 3 days ago. Trump is Hitler. She's losing it. 1.3 million views 3 days ago. Trump has a wild plan for the next 4 years. 2.3 million views 4 days ago. It is now officially overtaken his content on Dragon Age, The Veil Guard, or even the likes of the West is forcing Japan to censor all anime, or how DEI is ruining games even. Right-wing political content makes you relevant. I don't think Asmon gives a shit about money. I will openly state that. I think he cares about, you know, being top of mind. He cares about being relevant. He cares about winning. It's like I definitely don't think he cares about money. You will never convince me that he gives a shit about money. The man only lives to stream. And I get that as someone who also lives to stream. You get this, people leave when gaming treatment is you. No, that's not true. He's just playing to his audience. His white boy basement dweller audience wants something to justify their sad existence. So blaming immigrants and women and people of color is exactly what I want to hear. I mean, yeah, but this is what I mean when I say that there's an organic audience out there, right? And I think a lot of people lean into this kind of stuff when the algorithm gives you that sweet, sweet taste, even if you don't personally believe it. And then maybe you do start believing it. You see what I mean? Asmongold now is officially a much larger content creator in the political arena than myself and Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder and Tim Pool combined. Think about that. Now tell me once again that it is not a cushier gig to ultimately be on the right, center right, or on the right. I mean, these numbers don't lie. Ball don't lie. These numbers don't lie, chat. In the last week, he's gotten like, what, 10 million views? In the last like 5 days, he's gotten like 10 million views. Most of it is not over video games are woke and ruined, or anime has been ruined by woke. It's directly political commentary. The Trump guy does not f around. Thomas Homan, things of that nature. So why are quote unquote liberals working with him to take down Twitch? Because a lot of people are mercenaries and don't give a f. Okay? That's it. What is this? Yeah. I mean, dude, ball don't lie, dude. The inorganic aspect of this stems from maybe the algorithm boost that you get when you start doing right-wing, okay? When you start doing overtly right-wing content. But it's usually organic. Like you have organically right-wing positions. You don't really examine them, but you get a big boost. You get a big bump when you go right-wing like this. There's a reason why there's no singular case, at least that I know of, where been canceled and was like, I'm a leftist now. You know what I mean? Quote unquote canceled. There's no instance where someone's been like, you know, numbers are looking a little dry right now. I'm gonna start talking about socialism. iDubbbz, are you kidding me? iDubbbz has been absolutely demolished by his own fan base for organically moving to the middle, moving to the left. His own fan base despises him now. He got so much hate, aka Jimmy Dore. No, Jimmy Dore is a great example of someone who went right wing. That's the funniest part about this process is that, and I think it was Liv Agar who pointed this out with the Chapo stuff, right? And I'm another person who has regularly been hit with this shit, right? Where is it? So many people always are like, Hasan is going to go right wing. People on the left, liberals, are always like claiming that big prominent content creators like Chapo or myself, we're going to go right wing. We're going to go right wing. We're actually secretly right wing. There's a fascism pipeline or whatever. And we're still here. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party has firmly planted their toes in the right. I'd say you've even grown in the recent years and will continue to grow. I will, but that's not because the type of stuff I talk about, that's not because the type of stuff I talk about is like, you know, great for the algorithm. That's my point. When you're a leftist, and you grow in spite of all of the avenues. Everything is designed to you over. And on top of that, you have a ton of people, even who are also on the left, who go, nah, he's fake. He's not sufficiently leftist. He's not sufficiently progressive. We're annoying. There's no one that the left hates more than another leftist. All the while, the Republicans and everyone that's like apolitical but firmly planted on the right is running away with it.